What up, Dokkanners? With these EZAs dropping on global in a couple of days, I wanted to do a discussion video on what could potentially be coming up. As I've mentioned many times on different videos, the LR Hachiyak Goku celebration, the part 2 for the Yamcha Dokkan Festival, seems more and more likely to be the celebration coming up in part 2. The more that I think about it, the more that it makes sense. I've talked about this on many different videos, most recently discussing how all of the different EZAs that could be coming up could all tie in to the category, not the category, but the type EZA missions that we've been having on global. If we were to assume that BIRDKU was going to be coming up next, and then the Saiyan Day celebration being on March 17th, then we would have to finish all of our type EZA missions before that, meaning every single type would have to have 10 steps worth of EZAs taking place between now and the 17th of March, which means the only possible conceivable way to do that would be to include the BIRDKU celebration before that and the Hachiyak Goku celebration before that. So that's why I'm of the strong opinion that this is going to be what happens. This is not going to be some empty celebration. It is in fact going to be this. And the more I think about it, the more that makes sense. So in today's video, we're going to be comparing two heavy hitter Carnival LRs, the Revive Goku and the Version Z Hachiyak Goku. The reason why I'm doing this is because one of my tunes left a very interesting comment in one of my videos, and I felt like this would be a good discussion piece for you guys to let me know what you think. The premise, this unit is on the same level as the Revive Goku. So when it comes to the highly coveted characters out there waiting for another Carnival unit banner to drop or whatever, some of you might be saving up your coins for the Revive Goku. Is it better to save for the Revive Goku, or is it better to save for the Version Z? Is this unit better than the Revive Goku? So we're just going to be basically comparing these two characters in this video. And I also want to mention that some of you are probably also paying attention to this upcoming banner because of the Movie Heroes Piccolo. It's a very unorthodox thing to suggest that someone would want to buy a unit that is not a Dokkan Festival LR or like the main headliner Carnival LR, but because of the superhero celebration that we had a couple months, or not a couple months ago, last month, people might want this Movie Heroes Piccolo as the perfect link buddy to the Tech LR Orange Piccolo. So if you're one of those people, you might also be having your sights set on this. So is it worth buying this copy of the Piccolo at the expense of not having enough coins to necessarily buy this guy or the Revive Goku whenever they are ultimately available in the shop? So let's just do a comparison here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is just a very open-ended discussion, and I think it's very interesting. So shout out to the tune that brought this up in one of my comments. I wish I could remember your name. If I do remember, I will shout you out in the pinned comment. So this is the Revive Goku. This is the BIRDKU that everybody talks about and raves about. And anytime you have this character in a showcase, you are criticized for having the cheat code. That's what this unit is. Powerful comeback key +3 200%. Greatly raises attack for one turn, causes colossal, and lowers defense. For the 18 key, raises defense permanently, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. For the passive, key +5, attacking defense +159, attacks effective against all types, plus defense +59 within the same turn after receiving an attack. Plus an additional key +1 up to 5, attack +10 up to 59% with each attack received. Guards all attacks when HP is 60% or more. If HP is 59% or less at the start of the character's attacking turn, revives with 59% HP recovered when the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd. Guards all attacks and high chance to perform a critical hit starting from the turn in which the character's revival skill is activated. So basically, defense and reviving, guarding and reviving. This guy is a very nice insurance policy anytime you're not sure how a particular turn is going to end up. As long as you don't get terminated when you're above 60% health, you will be able to use this guy's revive very often. This is a very useful unit because also he has the active skill where you greatly raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage, and disables enemy action within the turn. That can be activated when HP is 59% or less from turn 5 or after you use the revival skill. So this guy just overall is a very good unit, one of the best units in the entire game. Anytime you have this unit, you will probably run him on any of the major events, Red Zone, Cell Max event, Extreme Super Battle Road, you name it. This guy is applicable to any of those situations. And for the longest time, this guy has been highly coveted as the unit to pick up with your Carnival coins. But now there is a new contender potentially coming up, and let's discuss this. This is Transcendent Power that shakes the heaven and earth. What a Gurren Lagann title here. I love that. One team equal to heaven and earth. All right, anyway. This guy's a Battle of Wits key +3 200% lead. It's just called Super Saiyan Goku, but we're going to be calling it like Z Fighters or something. So 200% Battle of Wits lead. Raises attack and defense for one turn, causes colossal and greatly lowers defense. Raises attack and defense for one turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. And raises superclass allies by 50%, attack by 50% for one turn. Key +5, attack and defense +150%. Superclass allies key +2, defense +50%. Reduces damage received by 30% plus an additional attack and defense +15 with each attack received up to 75. Key +2 starting from the turn in which the character receives the 5th attack in battle. Foresees enemy super attack starting from the next turn in which the character receives the 10th attack in battle. Notice how there's two differences. There's two little clauses here. Key +2 starting from the turn which the character receives the 5th attack. So if you know you're going to be getting hit on that turn for the 5th time, you can anticipate that and set up your key super attack accordingly. But for the foreseeing of enemy super attacks, it happens on the following turn. Foresees enemy super attack starting from the next turn in which the character receives the 10th attack in battle, plus an additional attack +50, and launches an additional super attack when activating the active skill or when key is 24. For the active skill, massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and within the turn activated, all attacks become critical hits and all allies key +5 for 1 turn. Can be activated after receiving 10 or more attacks in battle starting from turn 5 from the start of battle. So this guy is all about team support and otherwise just being able to see super attacks. That's the very useful extra ability that you get from this guy. So is this unit, in your opinion, better or worse than the Revived Goku? Now, in my personal opinion, I feel like the Revived Goku is the better unit overall in terms of user friendliness, in terms of overall applicability to various modern events that we've got. All the different red zones that we have, you're always going to want to have a revive or some sort of insurance policy in place, which is why I feel like overall bringing this guy on your team is going to be a much more effective measure for some of the more difficult events. But overall, you could make I guess you could make a case that this unit is pretty good because you've got the damage reduction, you've got the insane potential for stat building, you've got the nice support as well, making other units also relevant. That's not something you want to just, dismiss out of hand, right? Making other units better is a nice thing to have in Dokkan when other units maybe not necessarily don't measure up in terms of what they can do. Maybe they're missing some key. Like, for example, Gohan. One of the biggest complaints, other than he's not Beast Gohan, is the fact that he has a key problem. So if you have someone like this helping you with the extra key, that could help. With this unit also being able to foresee enemy super attacks, someone like the Gohan who loses his guard after 3 turns might not necessarily want to be in the way of an attack that is not a key-based super attack. Gohan has a 50% chance to nullify a key-based super attack, but not an unarmed super attack, not a physical super attack or something like that. So this guy can help you with that if you gain that foreseeing of enemy super attacks thing. So you could make a case for either way, but in my personal opinion, I feel like the Revived Goku is better. That being said, another question, like I mentioned earlier, some of y'all are probably considering whenever this banner drops to buy this Piccolo right here for 200 coins as opposed to spending 500 for the new Carnival LR that's available in the shop. Is that something that you would personally recommend to somebody who is trying to pick up that Piccolo simply for the sake of having that dynamic duo of Orange Piccolo and Movie Heroes Piccolo? Most people would probably say yes, some people could say no. So there's actually a lot of discussion that could be had with this banner coming up. It's going to make for a very interesting time for global players to have the discipline or maybe the logical reasoning to decide for or against these things. And since the Revived Goku has yet to come out, I feel like the recency, not the recency bias, but when this unit does inevitably become available in the coin shop, I feel like all bets are going to be off and people are just going to go ahead and just buy him anyway. So that being said, would you advise somebody to do that or wait for this one? Food for thought. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Also, before I wrap this up, let me just say, if you're still watching, this can be a subscriber challenge, sure. I made a boo-boo earlier today. You might have noticed that. If you're a subscriber, you've already seen it. So this is kind of an ironic subscriber challenge, but still, if you are a brand new viewer, just watching this video for the first time, watching the channel for the first time, welcome. But if you happen to see online somewhere a video talking about 77 Dragonstones coming up tonight, if you happen to see that video, let me know, and you got to subscribe to the channel because that's the subscriber challenge here. For the 1 or 2 of you that actually did that, I dropped a video early that I shouldn't have. So Common Toon L strikes again. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the debate between the Revived Goku or the, the Hachiyak Z Fighters Goku. Which one do you value more? What do you think is more important when deciding a unit to be good or bad? Is the revive and the guard more important? Is the damage reduction and the support and the foreseeing of enemy super attacks more important? Foreseeing enemy super attacks is very valuable on things like Cell Max and Red Zone. So what case can you make for each one? And if you had to actually, if you were someone who wanted to buy that Piccolo from the Carnival Coin Shop, would you advise someone to buy that for the sake of the Orange Piccolo, or would you advise them to save for the inevitable Carnival Coin releases? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know I want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned. I'm going to go cry now. And always remember to Dokkan responsibly.